What's going on, guys? Today we'll be working this Toyota CHR 2021. Let's jump on it. Remove the tire. So once you have this tire off, you want to start working on this plastic. Gotta get it out of the way. Pull it down. And what we're looking for here is this 24mm bolt. We have to make sure that we are able to take this bolt out first. If not, we're not going to be able to put the oil back in. So before I start anything else, let's make sure that we can take this bolt off. When you put in your socket in, make sure it's firm. You don't want it loose. Once it's firm, you can use your impact and just loose it, or by hand, however you decide to do it. Meanwhile, we're here. I'm throwing an inspection. See how the car is doing. This car has 32,000 miles in it. I've been using it for 9 months, and so far it's been working out great. Right now I'm just checking for oil leaks. Oil leaks, that's what I'm concerned about. This is the transmission. I'm checking the transmission pan gasket. I also found a little bit of dirt here accumulated on the side, left side. So I'm just curious if that is oil dripping from the transmission or something else. So the air might be pushing it back. So let me just go a little bit more to the front. I might be able to find something, and as I move up, I see something here, and it's the sensor right there attached to the transmission. It might have an O-ring inside that it's already going bad and it's letting oil out. I'm assuming that could be a oil pressure sensor from the transmission. So I will have to check on that. Probably I will be working on it when I change the oil again at 60,000 miles. So I'll keep an eye on that. I'll clean it and we'll check on that in 60,000 miles. Taking this bolt off. Once we have it loose, we're just checking. Everything looks right. The washer, I'm planning on reusing that washer again. That's where you find the plastic pins for this cover. Black ones are plastic, the other 10mm. Take it off. This is what it looks like from the bottom. Running a quick inspection, looking for leaks, coolant leaks, oil leaks. I did wash the engine from the top not too long ago, so of course some water might have dripped down, and that is just dirt and water. Other than that, nothing serious happening. That definitely, I don't think that is oil. I think that's just water and dirt. All right. Everything else looks good. The car still looks new. 32,000 miles in this car. Let's go back to changing the oil in the transmission. 6 millimeters. That's what we're going to need here. We bring it up. When you put it in, make sure that it's firm. Make sure that it's not moving around or loose. Make sure that it's pretty firm. Loose the bolt and take it out. You see the color of that oil? That's what I wanted to see. So with that same 6 millimeter, you put it back inside, and now we are taking out the second bolt that's inside, moving it up and down because I'm feeling how it's going to go back in. Here we get to see the color of the oil. Here you get to see the piece that we took out from the inside. This is how it looks like. This is how you put it back in. Screw it back in. Do it by hand. You don't have to force this in. You do not want to break this over tight this at all. These things do not need to be over tight. Put it back in and half a turn will do fine with it. Snug it in. Do not over tight. Do not over tight. Let's check out the old oil. It looks like still has some life in it, but still, I drive this car every day. So now what we're going to do is we are going to transfer that old oil to this reservoir, and we are going to get a measurement of the oil I took out. Whatever amount of oil I took out, I'm planning on putting back in. Here you get to see more of the color of the old oil. That's what it looks like. So once we get a measurement from it, I'll just mark it right there, and that's exactly where I'm going to put the new oil. To put back the new oil, we are going to need a hose. I would advise you to get a transparent hose so you are able to see the oil going in. Also, make sure that they fit inside. And I am very lucky. I found this hose, so I am very lucky that this one fits right in. Make sure you push it a little bit in so it could be tight, because once you start moving it around, it will come out if you start pulling. If you find another person to help you, then that would be great. If you're working by yourself, you better make sure that that thing, it's in there tight. So now let's measure the new oil that we are going to put back in. Just pull this out, take the cap off. Take the cap off. It's just snap on, snap off. Now let me show you what not to do. Okay, this do not do. All right, so now we can see the color of the transmission oil. Look at this. Now the dealer recommends to change the oil at 60,000 miles, but I'm deciding to do it at 30,000 miles because or 32,000 miles, because I drive this car every single day, and I think it'll be good for it. So I didn't put the hose on the other side because it didn't fit. So I ended up putting it on this side. And that's the setup right there. I just have to lift it up and all the oil is going inside. Make sure that that hose does not come out. Do not cut your hoses. You don't want small plastic particles going inside the hose and then you put your oil in. So once you put it in, that's it. You're done. Disconnect the hose, put everything back. Put the bolt back on. And I think the rest is done. Do not over tight. Put it on with your fingers all the way, and then half a turn should do fine. You do not need to over tight these bolts. Final tip, we'll be showing you how to take out the plastic clips from the plastic cover. So I ended up testing the car. I drove the car for like 60 miles today, and it felt pretty good. It was a smooth drive, smooth shift, better response coming out on first gear, going to second. It felt really good, so I think it was worth it. And don't forget to give the video a like. Thank you.